Good morning. This is Mr. Harrod, music teacher, and this video I'm making is mainly for my students for their annual recorder program, but if you would like to learn the theme from SpongeBob, you are more than welcome to follow along and learn with us as well. That would be great. So let's look at that first little idea that sounds like this. So that's what it sounds like. So let's go over it real slow. Now I'm going to assume, which is probably not a good word at all in teaching, but I'm going to assume that you already know your notes and the fingering for your notes. If not, I have free lessons online. Just type in Carl Harrod recorder lessons and you can learn all those individual notes there and then come back and work on this video. But let's go ahead and get started. Here is, the first note is an A note. We have our thumb on, first two fingers, A to B, thumb and first finger, back to A. Now the next one is a little bit interesting. It's an F sharp. And what you do is you skip, you put down the next finger with your left hand, but you skip the index with your right hand, and you do the next two fingers. Let me say that again. Thumb on, 1, 2, 3, with the left hand. Skip the index, that hole, just lift it off, but don't shift down, leave it above that hole. Then go to tall man and ring man. That's what it looks like. It's an F sharp. You have to press hard and blow light. It sounds like this. And that's the next note. So far we've done A, B, A, F sharp. Do it with me again. A, B, A, F sharp. Let me play that for you. You do the fingerings and then play after me. You ready? You get up here where you can say. Okay? How do we do? You doing okay so far? We're almost done with that first couple of measures. A, B, A, F sharp. Now the next one is a low D, and it's real easy. All you have to do is don't change anything on the F sharp. Just drop your index finger down, and you have your thumb, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you have a low D. So you're going from F sharp to D. See how that works? F sharp to D. Let me try that. First an F sharp. Now, that's a very, very low note, so you're going to have to get a good seal on it and blow very lightly with a D sound. Let me do it again. See how that works? Let's do what we've done so far. A, B, A, F sharp, drop your index, D. Now go back to the F sharp, F sharp. See how that works? Let me do that again. A, B, A, F sharp, drop your index, D. And then lift it again, F sharp. Well, that's not so bad. Let me play that for you. See how that works? Now, the last part is easy. You just go back to the A, B, A, F sharp. Let me do it again. A, B, A, F sharp. Let me play that. And when you put it all together, you get A, B, A, F sharp, D, F sharp, back to A, B, A, F sharp. You're just using the same pitches over and again. Let me play it for you. The whole thing's slow. Okay, here we go. See how that works? And when you practice and you get it up to speed, it starts to sound like this. Ooh, that's starting to sound like SpongeBob, isn't it? All right, that's the first two measures. Hang on. We're going to do the next section right after this. Okay, we're back. Let's go ahead and look at the next part. And it starts on a high D, which is, what you want to do is you want to use your second tall man finger of your left hand and then slide your thumb off the hole. Be sure your thumb is off. Tall man with the left hand, and that's your D note. There it is. Now, the next note is a high E note. The high E note is kind of weird because if you look up on Google on fingering charts for the recorder, it'll tell you to put down the first 3 fingers and the next 2 fingers and then this thumb just a half a hole on. But it sounds kind of odd, and it's kind of hard getting on that half hole just perfect with the thumb. I just use it. I'm going to make an executive decision, and we'll just leave the thumb off because it makes it a lot easier. So here's with the half thumb on. Here's with the half thumb off. I really can't tell that much difference. So we're just going to use this fingering. The high E, which is thumb off. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's the high E. If you wanted to, it's entirely up to you. You could even do it like this, where you just lift up the index finger. It's exactly the same thing. It really doesn't affect that much. But for the sake of uniformity, let's just go ahead and do it this way. Thumb off, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we go from D. This is tricky, but once you have this is the hardest part of the song. First you have a D, thumb off, second finger, D. And then just drop all the other fingers, the first of these 3 here, and there's your E. D, E, D. That's the first 3 notes. D, E, D. One more time. Thumb off, D, first 3 and the next 2 down, then back to D. You don't have to move the thumb at all. Okay? Let me play it so you can see what it sounds like. Let me do it again. I'll do it a little slower. There you go. Okay, so that's the first 3 notes. It's a little tricky. Work on it individually. Okay, I'm doing good on that one. Thumb off. Put it together. There it is. Okay, now let's look at the next part. The next part goes to a B. This is easy because you know this one. These are the first notes you probably learned. B, and then leave your thumb on, G, and then back to B. Well, that wasn't so bad. B, G, B. One more time. B, G, B. Not bad. I'll play it for you. One more time. Now remember, I am playing all this with my right hand on top, but I'm only doing that because you have to use your left hand. If I use my left hand, it looks like I'm using my right hand to you on the video. So I'm playing it backwards. You be sure you have, it's my right hand, but it's your left hand. Okay? All right. So let's put those together. We have D, E, back to D, and then B. That's kind of a hard transition, but you can get it. G, and then B. Let's do it again. D, then E, back to D, then B, G, B. Okay? Work on that one. Let me play it for you slow. See how that works? D, E, D, B, G, B. Okay, and then you've got 4 more notes and you're done. It's the notes you've already done. D, E, D, B. That's it. That's not hard. You already played them. D, E, D, B. One more time. D, E, D, B. Very good. Let me play it for you. How'd you do? You do okay? Work on it slowly, and then once you've worked on it a while, eventually you'll get it up to. Hey, now it's starting to really sound like SpongeBob. All right, hang on. We got a couple more little sections and we're done, okay? Okay, here's the next part. It's not hard. This is actually a lot easier than the last 2. We start on a D, second finger, right, my right hand, but your left. Tall man, second, don't use the index, thumb off, okay? And we want to go from a D to a B. See how I did that? D with the thumb off to a B with the thumb on. So it's D, B, A, and then we're going to go to the F sharp. That's kind of weird because you got to lay down the next finger, skip the index, and then the next two. And then you repeat it 4 times. D, B, A, F sharp. Repeat it again. D, B, A, F sharp. 2 more times. D, B, A, F sharp. Very good. Let me play it slowly and then you work on it. There you go. That's all there is to it. We're down to the last 4 notes. Hang on. Okay, here comes the ending. Are you ready? Should be pretty easy. We start on an A. It goes A to a B. Now the next note is one we haven't done yet. It's a C note, but it's actually a C sharp. So what you do is you drop the first 2 fingers, but you slide your thumb off. First 2 fingers and thumb off. Okay? So it goes A, B, thumb off, C sharp. And then you got one last note. Don't move your thumb. Lift up your index finger. Boom, there it is. That's your D. And that's it. That's the whole song. That's what we're doing anyway. A, B, C sharp, thumb off, raise your index finger, D. One more time. A, B, C sharp, D. Let me play it for you. Wow, that's great. That's all there is to it. Hang on, I'll play the whole thing for you. Okay, I'm going to play it slow, okay, and then we'll do a little faster after this. Here's the slow version. You can play along if you like. That'd be great. SpongeBob Squarepants. Here's the next part. SpongeBob Squarepants. Back to the first one. SpongeBob Square. And repeat the second part. Very good. Here comes that repeated pattern. Hey, all right. Let's hear it a little faster. You ready? SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. There you go. Practice, practice, practice. Press hard, blow light.